The American Red Cross is a humanitarian organization that has been in action since 1881. At that time, 60-year-old Clarissa Clara Harlow Barton founded the American Red Cross and continued as its president for the next 23 years of her life. Clara Barton had always been inclined to help others. When she was young, her brother David was in an accident and became seriously ill. Clara nursed him through his fragile health, embarking on her first mission to care for those in need. Prior to founding the Red Cross, Miss Barton served as a nurse in the Civil War, risking her own life to travel through combat and provide first-hand medical assistance to the wounded and dying. A doctor at one of the military hospitals called her an angel sent from God himself, initiating her famous title, Angel of the Battlefield. Clara set up her own office for friends and family of the armed forces and worked to find information on soldiers that were missing in action, reuniting families. When visiting Europe during the Franco-Prussian War, Barton worked with the International Red Cross from 1870 to 1871. This experience influenced her to request a similar relief group in the U.S., and she took the initiative to found one. The American Red Cross responds to about 70,000 disasters annually, about one in every 8 minutes. Their work can be boiled down to 3 main aspects: disaster relief, military support, and health and safety education. They are present from a home fire to a hurricane, providing comfort and care. From handing out supplies and completing medical checkups to simply being a friend, the American Red Cross is there to help. No one expects a catastrophe to happen, but they can expect the Red Cross to be there. Dating back to the Donut Dolly days of military support, where women handed out donuts to hard-working soldiers, the American Red Cross has taken on a mission to serve our country's armed forces. Courageous volunteers accept the challenge of deployment themselves, accompanying our country's men and women. They're willing to change their own lives to improve someone else's by connecting them with a frantic family member or friend, getting them home, visiting them in the hospital, passing them a cup of coffee, or just talking to them. They also educate the public. Many people across the nation have become equipped with the tools and skills to use CPR, first aid, and other valuable life-saving skills. The American Red Cross has helped prevent disasters through education, using prep programs and safety courses, and opened up careers through babysitting and lifeguarding courses. Those are only tiny pictures of the work they've done and continue to do. But what legacy have they left behind? What legacy has Clara Barton left behind? Legacy, it's a big word, but it can be understood if broken down. Legacy typically starts with leadership, with a leader like Clara Barton. When visiting Europe, the Global Red Cross recognized Barton's leadership abilities. She was allowed to attempt a formation of the Red Cross in America by requesting the signing of the Geneva Treaty. Her request was denied twice before it was finally signed by Chester Arthur in 1882, to be ratified by the Senate a few days later. Clara left behind the legacy of determination, love, and a drive to help others. She helped make people realize that it was time to stand with and support our fellow Americans. She started an organization that has saved millions of lives since its beginning. It has educated America to better prepare it for the time when disaster strikes. It is at our soldiers' sides to encourage them and care for those wounded, both physically and emotionally. It helps rebuild the broken. Clara Barton left behind the legacy of the American Red Cross, past, present, and future.